Breaking news right now. Bob Mueller's sentencing memo is just coming in, and we're just going through it right now. Mueller's office is recommending to the judge that Michael Flynn actually not receive any prison time. Part of this memo reads, I'm going to share it with you, given the defendant's substantial assistance, other considerations set forth below, a sentence at the low end of the guideline range, including a sentence that does not impose a term of incarceration, is appropriate and warranted. And of course, the charge here is that he provided false statements to the FBI, specifically related to his conversations with a Russian ambassador and any sanctions. Joining me right now with more, we have Arizona Congressman Andy Biggs, and I just want to get your reaction to this, Representative. The Mueller's office saying that they are recommending no time in prison, given that Michael Flynn has been cooperating with Bob Mueller for about a year.
Well, I think that's the appropriate measure here. I don't think there should have been any jail time. I don't think there should be any probation. And moreover, I think the fact that Mr. Flynn was prosecuted on this is actually a bit of a travesty in and of itself.
You echo what we just heard from our last guest. I mean, that this is... But this is sort of par for the course, right? They're going after people one by one, anybody that was closely associated with the president, and getting them on technicalities is not the right legal term, but, you know, effectively these small little things, inconsistencies. You can't lie, though. Right? I mean, you can't lie to investigators, and you know, if you get caught, well, you're going to find yourself with you know, in a bit of a corner here, as Michael Flynn did.
Yeah, well, that's true, but you have to realize what's going on here. Mueller's not looking for a crime that's already suspected of being committed. He's looking for people to prosecute, and that becomes kind of a witch hunt, exactly like the president has said. And so you get somebody like Michael Flynn, and he's put in between a rock and a hard place because, as far as he knows, no crime's been committed. But you get interviewed for a long period of time. It reminds me of the Martha Stewart
situation. Remember all that?
I do. I do.
It's not always the crime itself. And I think what's tragic about this, and this is what I was just saying in my opinion commentary, Congressman, is that it is such a distraction. It is a drain on productivity from this administration, although I got to hand it to them. They've gotten a lot done. But, I mean, what an incredible distraction. Even Judge Kavanaugh wrote back in 2009 as part of a law review piece that, you know, he regretted in some ways what he and Ken Starr and that whole team did to Bill Clinton because it distracted him from going after Osama bin Laden. I mean, this is not good for the country.
You're exactly right. I mean, fortunately, I look at President Trump and I say we're lucky that he's able to redirect some of his focus, because I think most people would just curl up in the fetal position with this kind of investigation ongoing, but he's able to get something positive done for the country. But we could be doing so much more if we weren't battling all this series of investigations that are just, like we've said, is process crimes like Michael Flynn's here.
Do you think Bob Mueller is afraid to come back empty-handed, that he's just got to come up with something?
Yeah, absolutely I do. I think that if you spend all the millions of dollars and you spend 18 months and you're just with a host of process crimes, which is right now where we are, no relationship to his original scope, the reason that we have this, I think you look bad, and I think it's pressure on the Mueller team in and of itself.
Well, let me share with you some more of what we're learning here. Bob Mueller is saying that Michael Flynn did provide firsthand information about content and context of interactions between Donald Trump and the transition team and Russian government officials. But I don't know if that's necessary. I mean, wasn't the original idea here to somehow prove collusion during the election? Didn't the Russians somehow steal the election from Hillary Clinton because they were working directly with the Trump team? I mean, what does the transition have to do really with anything? Again, is this just one of those things that they're getting him on that doesn't have enough oomph or substance to really lead to any kind of major conclusion that would cause you to think collusion?
Right. No, exactly right. I mean, we thought that he was looking to see if the election outcome was altered because of Russian participation with the Trump campaign. Turns out that during the transition team, when you've got Flynn ostensibly doing what he's supposed to be doing as a future cabinet-level position, and President Trump's team trying to get in touch with, perhaps, we don't even know that, with some of our
Isn't that what you try and do, right? As part of, and maybe they, you know, I don't know, maybe they didn't do it the right way. Maybe there are certain channels and protocols you were supposed to go through, but you would think if you're part of the transition team and you need to be having some kind of relationship with the Russians, I don't know as you'd run away from that. Again, you know, you should probably try and do it by the proper protocol, but you know, I don't know as that leads us to suddenly think collusion, which is what this originally was about.
Right, but don't forget, Trish, we've never actually even seen an unredacted copy of the scope letter to see what Mr. Rosenstein directed Mr. Mueller to look at. But I suspect that it was pretty broad, and I also suspect that Mr. Mueller is way outside the channels that any of us would have thought he'd be in.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a problem. When you're basically given a blank check to just go and do whatever you want and investigate. Right. That's a dangerous moment for America. Anyway, we've got a lot more coming on this story. Congressman, it's very good to see you. Thank you so much.